Hey guys, it's Shark. As I said, I'm going to be doing the Dragon Deck profile. So here we go. 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's your level 8 monster. Well, one of your few level 8 monsters, but it's a normal monster. You can search for him, which makes your deck thin out. So, I'm just gonna keep him like this. Next, 3 Alexandrites. It's a 2000 level 4 beat stick. You can either attack with it or overlay into a rank 4 and or sink into a monster. But yeah, Flamvel Guard. It's a level 1 tuner, 2000 attack. You can make Azure Eyes and or any other tuner, plus good defense. 2 Whitestone Legends. The reason I'm running 2 is because 3 got to Cloggy. And yeah, again, these are level 1 tuners, and when it dies, actually whenever it's just gets sent to the graveyard, you search for Blue Eyes, which thins out your deck, as I mentioned. Another deck thinning card. 3 Masked Dragons. Good defense because you can go Masked Dragon to Masked Dragon to Masked Dragon to another card, which I'll show you. Which it will be the Masked Dragon level 3. Which if your opponent does not attack you after that, you can go into Armed Dragon level 5, which is good. I wish I had the other Armed Dragons. So, 2 of a card that I think is probably really good. Mirage Dragon. It's a 1600 monster. It has an effect where your opponent cannot activate any trap cards during the battle phase. So if your opponent were to activate, let's say Mirror Force, even though people don't really run that anymore. Some do. It's a good card. But yeah, it'll save your monsters from getting destroyed. Armed Dragon level 5. It's a level 5, 2400 monster. You get them out with tributes and or Armed Dragon level 3, which we all know what these do. Armed Dragon level 5. Discard a monster, and then you destroy a monster whose attack is equal or less than the discarded monster. The only reason that I do... Wait, no. I would love to do this with Whitestone Legend, but there aren't monsters with that low of attack, so that sucks. And then Armed Dragon level 3, you get them out with either a normal summon or a Masked Dragon. Level 3 tuner, Influence Dragon. You make any monster on the field a dragon type monster. I don't know why, I just like it because it's level 3. I might run something else, I don't know. But you can go into level 6 Synchros, which if I had one, it would be Go-Yo Guardian. But that card, within 5 minutes of it going to the limited, it went from $7 to $30, so yeah. Bright Star Dragon, 1900 beat stick, and whenever it's summoned, you can change a monster's level by 2, which is good. So you can make synchro plays and or XE plays. Don't say, but one honest. Let's say, no, Alexandrite. Which, this was a reason why it kind of got banned. Not because of Alexandria, but I'm pretty sure it was Lightsworns that you would just attack constantly and then drop 3 honest and just win. But yeah, it's a really good card. They gain attack equal to the attacking monsters. So, and then now to the higher attack monsters. Does Volstagg, level 6, 2200 attack. Whenever it destroys a monster, your opponent's monster, they take 500. And every time a normal or quick play spell is played, it gains 200 attack until the end phase. So that's really good. This deck plays a lot of monsters. Darkblaze Dragon, one of my favorite dragons. Whenever it's special summoned by a dragon effect, which will be Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Let me see if we can read. Get the camera to focus. Yeah, when this card is special summoned from the grave, its attack and defense increase to become twice its original attack and defense. When this card destroys an opponent monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. So, yeah. Destroy a monster whose attack is lower than 23, and they'll take it right to the life points. So, Photon Wyvern destroys their sets, which is good. I like it. It's a light monster, level 7. 2 tributes. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, one of my most favorite cards that in Zexal, because you can special summon it by attributing to monster with 2000 attack or higher, but I just usually get it out with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. And whenever it destroys an Xe monster, whenever it battles an opponent's monster, you can banish this and the opponent's monster, and if it was an Xyz monster, you get rid of the materials, and this gains 1,000 for each one. No. It gains 500 for each Xe material that was banished. So, Xyz material of the Xe monster that was banished. I am sorry. It just has a really long effect. But yeah, you can go up to 4,000 with this guy. Tyrant Dragon, it's damaged, but it's a really good card. When it attacks opponent's monster, and if there's still another monster on the field, it can make a second attack. It's got 2,900 attack, which is good. And whenever you special summon it from the grave, you have to tribute 1 dragon on your side of the field, which is good and bad. Good if you have a if you call the Haunted it and you have a Whitestone Legend, you just tribute that off and they get your Blue Eyes from your deck to hand. So that's good. And then the card that you need in every dragon deck, no matter what, is Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. This is a common. I wish it was a secret rare from Joey's World. We all know what it does. You can banish 1 dragon, 1 face-up dragon monster to special summon it, or you can normal summon it. Then you can special summon a monster from your grave or your hand, a dragon from your grave or your hand. It's good. What I think of it on the ban list, I think it's good at 1. We do not need 2. 1 is more than enough. I wish I had Dragon Shield, because Dragon Shield on that is amazing. Then that's it for monsters. Here are the spells. 3 MSTs. Back Row Hate. A Stamping Destruction. I would run more, but it can be a dead card if you have a full back row. Your opponent, you have to control a face-up dragon, and your opponent takes 500 points of damage. For the actually the controller. So you can destroy your own back row, and then you could take 500, or you could do it to your opponent and they take 500. Gold Sarcophagus. get Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to hand. I mean, banish it face up, and then you get it to hand in 2 turns, which is good. Poly, you make 5-headed dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I did run Dragon's Mirror for a while, but I didn't like it. Trading. I had 2 of these, but I traded one to my. I traded one of them to my friend for a card which I don't remember, but I would run 2. You discard level 8 monster, which there are 5 in this deck, and then you go +2. It's pretty much part of the greed, but it has a consequence. Burst Stream Destruction. If you control a face-up Blue Eyes, Raigeki, pretty much, but your Blue Eyes can attack. And then for traps, Shadow Spell. I don't have a Fiendish Chain, but this is almost as good. Your opponent's monster loses 700 attack, and it cannot attack or change battle position. To Call the Haunted. We all know what it does. Brings back a monster. Mirror Force. I have another one in the side deck. Not right now because I forgot to put it in because I'm stupid, but yeah. It's good defense. Then 2 interdimensional matter transporter. In my Kaiba deck profile, I said that everyone should probably run at least 1 copy of this because it can save your monsters from being destroyed by a dark hole or anything, and then you get your monster back. Sure, you can take damage, so you play it wisely. And then lastly, Bottomless. Yeah, that's it for the main deck. Extra deck. For fusions, I have 5-headed dragon and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon for the 3 Blue Eyes, and 5-headed for 5 random dragons. 5-headed dragon, 5,000 monster, so you can have it in defense, and it'll make a really good wall. So, yeah. Somehow this card has gone up in price, because I think Legendary Collection 3 has gotten more hype. I don't know why. But if you can pick up a Legendary Collection 3 at your local Walmart, I highly recommend it. For Xyz, Heretic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis, 2 level 8 monsters. There would be another level 8, but I don't have it, which would be Thunder End Dragon, and I'll tell you what it does. But pretty much you detach a material, then discard or tribute as many monsters on your side of the field and or your hand to pop that many cards on your opponent's side of the field. This card is really good. I like it a lot. Thunder and Dragon, 2 normal level 8s, which would be Blue Eyes, and then nuke the field. That's pretty much. And it's got 3,000 attack. For rank 4s, Utopia and Pepple Operative. Utopia stops attacks, and Pepple Operative has saved my ass so many times. There's a defense face down monster, you flip it up and it loses 600 attack, and it can still attack. It could have been printed it cannot attack, but they didn't, so I like it. Rank 3 Leviathan Dragon. There are 5 level 3s in this deck, so you can make them, get them out pretty easily. Only bad thing is it cannot attack your opponent's. It cannot attack. It cannot make it a direct attack because its effect is you can detach 1 material and it gains 1,000. I mean 500. Only bad thing about this card is if it gets Book of Moon. Rank 9. Azure Silver Dragon. It requires one normal non-tuner and then one tuner. I always have it in defense, and it can get during your standby phase. Oh, well, one of its first effects is until your next end phase, monsters cannot be destroyed by a card effect, which saved me because I had red eyes and I made direct attacks and they couldn't activate their Mirror Force. They couldn't use Dark Hole. All my dragons were safe. And then during your standby phase, you can get one. You can special summon one normal type monster from your grave, which most of the time is going to be Blue Eyes White Dragon. Scrap Dragon. It's a level 8 dragon. Pop one monster on your side of the field, and then just pop one of your opponent's monsters. It's really good. Stardust, staple, negates traps effects, and you can destroy them if you tribute Stardust. Colossal Fighter. It's a 2800 attack monster, and it gains 100 attack for each warrior in the grave. So if your opponent, if this will really be beneficial if your opponent is running Noble Knights and Heroes when they come back. They will make a comeback with the new E-Hero structure deck coming out and Rhoda at 2. Because as much as I hate saying it, you don't need Stratos. You do not need Stratos. But it would be nice if they would put Stratos at 1. See what happens, and if it's bad, just take it off. But Konami would make money if they put Stratos at 1. So if you're watching this and you know someone working at Konami, tell them to put it at 1. Gravity Warrior. It's a level 6. It gains 300 attack for each face-up monster your opponent controls whenever it was synchro summoned. And once per turn, during your opponent's battle phase, you can target one defense position monster your opponent controls, and it has to attack. It has to attack if it's able. And then Librarian. You draw a card for each synchro that was summoned. Yeah. Side deck, not just for this deck, but for like all my decks. TK, Thunder King, however, it's a 1900 that sits on the field, and your opponent cannot get monsters. No one can get monsters unless they draw them, which is good and bad for this deck, because this deck does searching, but if your opponent searches up the wazoo, then yeah. Card I wish I had 2 of, Valor. We all know what it does. DNA Surgery. It can change up the game, because say your opponent's running Raccoons, Tanukits. Their main Xe, which is number 64, requires 2 level 2 beast monsters, sorry. And so they summon it. They summon a monster that they're gonna overlay. You call dragons or something, and then they can't make number 64. I think it's called Ronin. But yeah, Needle Wall. A card that I think people should run. Whenever during your standby phase, you roll a 6-sided die, and your opponent's monster zones are counted as 1 through 5. counting from your right, destroy the monster that is in the same monster card zone as the die result. If the result is 6, roll again, so it's not a dead card. It's a really good card. Everyone should run it. And Needle Sealing. Mind Crush. It's a Mind Crush, and you can stop opponents from doing crazy things. Dark Bribe. Stop your you can negate an opponent's activation of a trap or spell card, but they draw 1 card, which is good and bad. Divine Wrath. Discard 1 card. And negate the activation of the effect monster, and then destroy the monster. Really good card. People should run it. It's a good side deck card. Thunder of the Ruler. Activate during your opponent's standby phase, and they cannot activate their battle phase. It's pretty much Threatening Roar, but I like it. And then Chain Burst. Any player that activates a trap card takes 1,000. Chain Burn decks are bitch. That's all I have to say. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what you thought about it. Do you like it? Do I need to tell me what I probably should add, take into consideration, and like and subscribe for more videos. Peace out.